السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله وحده وصلى الله وسلم على من لا نبي بعده وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. My brothers and sisters, you want to worship Allah through recitation, you have to read in the recitation of the order of the preserved tablet, the order of the Mus'haf that we have today. So, Allah Almighty revealed it in a unique way over 23 years. But they said to their people, you need to block your ears every time the Quran is read. Put your fingers in your ears. Don't listen. Put your fingers in your ears. That's literally what they said. So as the Quran was being recited, they put their fingers in their ears. To this day, I don't know if some of them might have just slowly, let's hear what they're saying. So, if I say, listen guys, everyone close your eyes. There are a few of us who are going to open our eyes after a little while to just see what the rest are doing. You always get those, right? And sometimes those few happen to be the majority at a certain time. Yeah? The inquisitive lot. So when they open, guess what? By the time they got their hands to their ears, the verse was over. Short, sharp verses. Now do you know why there are short, sharp verses at the beginning in Makkah? Short verses. Noon. As the noon is coming out, you're putting your fingers on your ears, and when the verse is over, your ears closed. So now it gave you the chance to concentrate and to think, what did he just say? Noon. What's the meaning of noon? You don't know. It's just a word. It's just a letter that's made into a verse. Who knows the meaning of it? Allah alone. That's the true answer. So why was it revealed? Whatever it was. Height of eloquence. To draw your attention maybe. That's what it might have been. But because it did draw their attention. Noon, Qaf. Imagine, listen to this one here. Kaf, ha, ya, ayn, sad. Allahu Akbar. Imagine if someone told you that there is an eloquent guy coming to speak to you, and he starts off by just singing a few letters of the English language. For us, it would be shocking, especially if someone said, you know what, these are divine words. You'd say, what's the divinity of it? It increased their interest. They wanted to know what it's all about. Immediately after that, Allah says, after noon, Allah says, وَالْقَلَمِ وَمَا يَسْطُرُونَ مَا أَنْتَ بِنِعْمَةِ رَبِّكَ بِمَجْنُونَ. So they said he's a madman. Allah says, by the favor of Allah, you are not mad. They hear the verse, as the fingers go up, they are now concentrating, they put the fingers down, and what was happening? It gave them a chance to digest. It started answering questions. What type of topics were discussed in these short verses? Number one, Aqidah, your belief. Worship one maker. Don't worship deities and things and people and sticks and stones and whatever else that is created that you found on earth. You worship He who made you. That's the main core topic of the verses of Makkah. To purify whom you worship, whom you believe in, my maker. So every other verse you find Allah speaks about worshipping Him alone. Avoiding association of partnership with Allah. That's one topic. Another topic, heaven and hell. Jannah and Jahannam being addressed, accountability, the day of judgment, matters of belief, because they had to be addressed immediately. The other things were going to be addressed later on. But you believe in Allah, you believe in the messenger, you believe in the last day accountability, so you don't wrong people, because whatever I do or say, I'm going to be accountable. I am accountable. And one day I'm going to answer Allah. I'm going to meet Allah. So these were the topics discussed. Amazing. The issue of the hereafter, the issue of the previous books, the issue of the mention of belief, but short, sharp verses addressing what was happening in Makkah at the time. And slowly but surely the verses became a little bit longer and a little bit longer and a little bit longer. Do you know why? Because people started developing an interest in wanting to know what was being said, and more people were entering Islam. My brothers and sisters, today we're seated here. I promise you we're living in an age where we have so many brothers and sisters who are struggling with practicing Islam. Do you think it would be good and wise for someone to give them a 2-hour lecture regarding some deep topic of Islam when they're just barely practicing and they hardly know much about the faith? Or don't you think the best thing to do for those who are not practicing or finding it difficult to practice, or even the non-Muslims, is to give them snippets, short ones? Why do you think at this moment on TikTok and on Instagram and so on, you have the most viewed videos are short ones that have a sharp, powerful message? Because people don't have the time. And then when you are impacted by those short ones, what do? Yourself, you go and hunt for the longer ones because you want to know more. Look at the impact of the Quran. Allah used that strategy from day one. He started off with short, sharp things, short, sharp verses. They came in and one by one, the verses were just coming in, subhanallah. Short surahs, they came in one by one. And then the people themselves wanted more, they want to know more, they started practicing, and this is what happens to humankind. I always tell the others in my field that when you talk to people, go easy on those who are not practicing. Give them good messages. Help them to appreciate their identity.